It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a prototypical rainy northwestern afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Lady. 42.
Tighten up.
Check.
Pull it together. Kill.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Bang.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
36. No pass. Alert.
Now Wilson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Joel Davis, 54 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Check. 42's the mic.
I'm coming.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
I'm coming after you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
You ain't going nowhere. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. It's a party now. It's a Delta.
Throwing again here. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Topper!
5-4. Rabbit.
Inside.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Yeah, Liz.
All day.
Jim!
I'm coming after you. Why?
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All day. 30. Just like that. Mike's 54. Mike.
Zoom.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Completes it to Davis. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Record. Watch twist. Watch out.
Box it.
Right there. 54. 54, Mike.
They run the counter. Grant able to push his way through. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back north. Plant.
Motion. Reset.
Snap comes at 1. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a second down coming up. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
95. Under touch.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the
touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant, 97 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. To try here for the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road, under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check 50, check 50.
Now Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Go. Go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Switch.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mark that. Run left.
Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. It's caught by Jennings. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Here I come.
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Shift.
14. 14.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Looking deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And a Packer first down.
Liz 58. Yeah, Liz. 54. Zoom. I got you, son.
Mike.
Hey, seam 6. 4.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Come off the ball hard. Strong right. 3 down. Jam him.
Go 14.
On first down, it's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Double count.
He's checking. Crack.
25.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
This is Jennings. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Again, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
61, matchbox lights.
49. Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike.
158.
5-4. You must be dreaming. Check three. Watch switch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Jump out.
54.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 4th.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
One left.
Check safety.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. So we reach halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
36 power.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
To throw is Wilson. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check. Mike 42. Pick me up. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
You remember me? You remember? Let's go, baby.
Hey, switch gears.
They go back to Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check your hot read. Check 13.
Check 30.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
On first down, it's Grant. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd down now, it's Tucker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me. Mike's 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's go.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Motion to back.
Hey, wahoo.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Twist. Get 300. Get 300. Jab.
Right there. 54, Mike.
I'm here all day.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mike's 54.
To throw is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Alert.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Double count. Check.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there?
Here we go.
No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Rodgers now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get the field.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Inside. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, orbit.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Packers 32, Seahawks 19.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Come on, QB, come on.
Got it.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
On first down, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
We got 3. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing is Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Switch up, switch up. Hey, Echo. 4, Mike 5-4.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
65, 65.
Rodgers now to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 26. Check 26. Check
Here's Grant. He's got the first down inside the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Rodgers now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Incomplete. Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charlie. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now Rodgers.
Let's go.
It's caught by Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Throwing is Rodgers. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The field goal
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Now Wilson. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
For a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Completes it to Jennings. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
44 is the mic.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44 is the mic, 44 is the mic.
To throw again is Wilson. Middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. This is Carson. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here I come. Check 3, check.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 31-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
42, check, Mike 42. Alert. I got you.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Alert 3.
Left hash, left hash.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Left side, Doyle with it. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Now Wilson on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Packers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.